Good morning, I'm Farmington Mayor Nate Duckett. On today's episode of the Mayor's Table, we're at the hottest scene in town. It's the once a month Wednesday morning focus on Farmington Coffee. Join us for today's episode. Good morning, everyone. Farmington Mayor Nate Duckett here, and thank you for tuning in today's Mayor's Table episode. We are at what I've called the hottest scene in Farmington, and that's the once a month Wednesday morning focus on Farmington Coffees. I have some important guests with me today who want to talk about the focus on Farmington Coffee, and also the hosts of this event here at San Juan College High School, where my daughter goes, San Juan College, with the School of Business. So first we'll start. Jamie Church is here. She's the president and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce. We have Dr. Purdy, the dean of the School of Business here at San Juan College, and Sandy Gilpin, the associate vice president of learning. I've got to figure out all these names sometimes, right? But that's all right. We're here today with a bunch of friends, and we're networking, and we're enjoying ourselves, enjoying coffee, which I hope we all love. I'm a huge coffee fan. But I wanted to bring some attention for people out there on what the focus on Farmington Coffee is. Because initially I know it started out as a way to bring new people to the community and welcome them and get them networked. But Jamie, you were kind of the initial person who kicked this off the ground, and maybe you can go back to the Branding Alliance and how this all started.
Right, exactly. This came out of the Convention and Visitors Bureau with their branding campaign, the Jolt Your Journey, and they were looking for somebody to chair the Live Committee. So I volunteered. And I thought about what is it that makes a community a great place to live? And so I kind of took some components of that. And for me, that's coffee and sitting around talking to people over a cup of coffee. So I thought, you know what, that's a great model. So we started the Focus on Farmington Coffees, and it did start as a welcome to Farmington Coffee. But then over the months, it kind of changed. And now what we do is every month, we move the location of the coffee, and we have a Facebook page, and that's how you find out about it. It's our Focus on Farmington Facebook page. And so you like that page, and you find out where the coffee will be. So this month, we were super excited to be here at San Juan College at the Zia Conference Center. And this is actually our third coffee that we've had here at the college. And we move it around every month because we want to highlight all of the great things that we have in Farmington. And this is all about celebrating where we live, and it's taking 1 hour of our day and meeting new people and welcoming new people and focusing on positive things. So that's kind of in a nutshell what it's all about. So.
Dr. Purdy, you guys were the host this month for the School of Business. How did you hear about the focus on Farmington Coffee, and what made you want to get involved?
Jim Verse is a member. Jim Verse is a new faculty member. He's been with us for a year now. He was an adjunct for a couple years before that. And Jim's really been pushing us to get much more involved in the community, which is great. Our focus has been really tight on the students over the last few years. We've had events for the community to come in, but the idea that Jim is actually attending your events, he's bringing you guys back here so they actually see the college and what we can help provide and help actually make those connections. I think it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And well, I'll just add in that one of the things that made me so excited this morning was when I walked in and I saw all of the students who were here. There were so many San Juan students, and what a great opportunity for them to come here and network with members of the community. So
it was definitely a way to get exposed quickly to a number of people in all different areas of business and education and government and volunteerism too. I mean, when I walked into this room today, I just volunteer, and that speaks, to me, it speaks heartily about our community and the heart that we have here to serve. So I love Focus on Farmington Coffees, Jamie, and I'm so proud of the way this grows. How many people do you think were here today?
Oh, goodness, well over, I don't know, I'm terrible at guessing, but I think around 100, I don't know.
I know, I have a math background, and I
know,
I'm bad
a
at
lot.
There were so many that we ran out of coffee and had to get more.
I know.
Yep.
So,
and we
That's a
were
good
excited
thing.
about the
And
young
a bad.
professionals that were here, because that's one of the things with the Chamber of Commerce is we have a young professional group, and we're really trying to develop that. Our young professionals, we want them to stay in Farmington. Let's encourage them to stay, raise their families, start a business. And so if we can do more development and kind of getting them connected, so I was so excited to see the students here, and I thought that was just a really great to walk in this morning, and here they all came all dressed up in their ties and suits. I was like, this is so great, I love it.
It's good to expose them in that Dr. Purdy is a business dean of business here. I mean, to have that ability, I mean, what do you think it means to the students to be able to see these folks here in the community? Maybe they don't recognize, maybe they do recognize, but now they get to meet them.
Well, there's two groups of students that came through. One were entrepreneur students who are actually trying to start their own business, and we try to encourage them to make those contacts. We hold the courses over at our workforce development area, so they're working hand in hand with businesses that are also growing. One of the things the students that came here to do is they actually started making their contacts, their business partners. On the other side of that are the traditional School of Business students, and what they need is they need the internships. They need the opportunity to actually work. We're not Albuquerque where they can just go and find a great big huge company and all go to work there. So all these small businesses here, it's where their career is going to be, and that's where they're starting making those connections. So hopefully there's going to be a lot of people that will be follow-up conversations from the students and their faculty that says,
I hope so.
Can we help you out? Can we actually do an internship with you for the next 6 months or so? And we give the students credit, and it helps the business.
Oh, that's great. I hope that happens too.
For anybody who might be watching this, Dr. Purdy, is there a way that they could contact you, get more information? Maybe they need some interns and they're just not in the network yet. What's the best way to do that?
Best way is just to go to our website, San Juan College, navigate to the School of Business. There's contacts on the bottom. Call it in. It'll have the contact number for our coordinator, and if you want to go into more details, you're looking for somebody specifically in marketing or others, you can dive down that link and it'll give you specific faculty members. So our faculty members coordinate all that with the students, and it works out great.
It's great.
Great turnout today. Sandy, for San Juan College, I know this is our third one that we've had here. What are some things maybe we could tell our viewers today, things that are going on with San Juan College that would be interesting for them to know about?
Well, kind of piggybacking off of what Brad was saying, thank you, Brad, we are actually undergoing a complete website redesign. We're really trying to make it much more user-friendly and much more focused for members of the community and future students to be able to find what they need. So, hopefully it'll be even easier in the future for community members and businesses to get in contact with Dr. Purdy. Part of that redesign is that we have all of our majors and certificates and programs of study aligned under 7 major pathways, so that if a student comes in and isn't quite sure what they want to study, we can put them into a pathway and help them figure that part out. So that'll be part of that relaunch of the website as well. Really exciting.
One of the things we were talking about before we came on here was the dual credit part of San Juan College now. And I can speak to the component of San Juan College High School because my daughter's in the second year. But tell us a little bit more about the dual credit programs and what that can mean for students who are coming through high school. It's not just graduating now with the high school diploma, they're getting much more out of it.
The dual credit area has become much more robust, much more refined. Before, students would just take courses. They had to take one college course, so they would take, nothing against art, but they would take the art course or the guitar course or something that they had a passion for. The focus now is to try to help you go into the career. So students are coming in, we're giving them a whole sequence of courses. So students can come in and they'll say, you want to work in multimedia. Here's 6 courses that are aligned to Adobe certifications. These 6 courses are a certificate that are aligned to the federal government's Department of Labor. Just basically, you're at a high school, you're ready to start employment if you want to. What we encourage them to do is still go into college, because these are still college courses. These are towards that 60 credits that they need towards an associate. This is towards that 120 credits they need towards that bachelor's. But you can get a job in the meantime.
Right.
You're not just struggling. When I went to college, if you needed to do extra work, you went to work in the kitchen. Nothing wrong with that, but there's only so much that cooking burritos can actually do for a business student. But if you're coming out with already a certificate in office management, then you can actually work in an industry that actually allows you to apply what you're learning every single day as you're getting that bachelor's. My son is a dual credit student in the IT program. We've had a lot of conversations of what that means. He was really nervous when he took his first course. First thing he said was, "This is really easy." And I said, "I'll have a conversation with the instructor. We'll change that."
Don't say that.
But yeah, he's thriving on it. He really loves it.
Good.
Our programs are both on campus and also online. What we're doing is we borrowed what some of the universities are doing for the online is in the afternoon. The instructors are actually doing video sessions. So they come in, they watch them, they're Zoom sessions, they record it, and the students can come back and watch it later. So I think we're doing much better with dual credit than we ever have, and we've got about 5 or 6 different programs running at the same time. High schools are thriving with it. They've finally decided that they don't have to actually hire a lot of instructors.
So to add on to what Brad was saying is that not only do we have dual credit programs in the School of Business, but we also have a couple more academies that we're really trying to focus on for students so that they do get meaningful coursework in high school. So we have a certified nursing academy and we have an energy academy that we're trying to build up. And those are actually at our extended campuses, which I think is really great, a great way to involve not just Farmington, but areas around Farmington as well.
Absolutely. Trying to be creative, find new ways to grow the college and its influence, and I think that's awesome. Dr. Purdy, we're going to come to the end here, but is there any final things you want to mention about the School of Business, things you're working on?
Yeah, it's very important for people re-careering and students that actually are looking for immediate jobs is our accelerated programs. We've got an IT business accelerated program and we've got a business accelerated programs. 15 months, you don't disappear for the summer. We keep you over Christmas break. Everything's online and we make sure you have everything you need to be able to be successful in those programs.
Awesome. Jamie, focus on Farmington Coffee. Where's next month's at, or who's hosting it?
Next month is being hosted by the San Juan Medical Foundation, and so like the Facebook page, it's Focus on Farmington Coffee, and that's where you'll find out where the coffee will be, the date, the time. But I'm just so excited. This has grown, and seeing the turnout today and seeing the community come together for just focusing on all the positive stuff, it just makes me so happy. This is, it's an exciting thing.
Well, thank you.
Lots going on in Farmington that's worth celebrating.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for coming to San Juan College. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, Jamie, and thank you and the LIVE Committee for putting this together, all the Branding Alliance. It's important to mention. I'd certainly like to throw a plug out there, if I may, to the Chamber of Commerce, which is a new business owner in 2010. I jumped into and met tons of people with like-mindedness, who love community, who wanted to give back, who wanted to grow their business and network. And components like Focus on Farmington Coffee are just a great way for new business owners and old business owners to even reacquaint themselves with people here in the community. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's pretty exciting.
Thank you for joining us today on the Mayor's Table. Join us on the next episode where we'll be talking about one of Farmington's biggest outdoor recreation festivals. It is Riverfest time. So on the next episode, we'll be talking with Dr. Bob Leamer and Riverfest people. But thank you for joining us today here at San Juan College. We'll see you next time.